Hello, fellow Polk County conservatives. First, I want to thank each and every one of you for being there today. I wish I could be shoulder to shoulder with you at this moment, but if everything's going according to plan, I'm on a plane right now headed back from D.C., where again this week I've had President Trump's back, and I've been working with him on your agenda, the America First agenda, and on taking back our country from the liberal extremists that have been determined to force ideals at conservatives that we simply refuse to accept, which included this week, among many things, passing the Save America Act to further secure our elections by requiring U.S. citizenship and voter ID. Thank you for loving this country, for believing in freedom, and for refusing to give up on the values that made America the greatest nation on earth. And know how grateful I am that while this meet and greet was obviously scheduled at a time that I couldn't be there, you're giving me this opportunity right now to be with you by video. It's really interesting to watch the different campaign styles in a primary election. Some candidates I've found use their time not to introduce new ideas, but to tear down their opponent with angry, shady, often misleading loose talk. I choose to offer evidence that while serving you for 2 terms as your voice in Washington, I've helped deliver on the ideals that are most important to you. First, I could say to you that I'm a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment and that I would vote to protect it. But ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the panel on March 3rd will rule if I might return to Congress to represent you for a 3rd term. And I submit as Exhibit 1 that my candidacy is unequivocally endorsed in this primary contest by the National Rifle Association, the largest Second Amendment advocacy in the world. And they've graded my performance in Congress a solid A. Then I submit to you as Exhibit 2 the perfect score that Grassroots North Carolina has awarded me with a 100% grade in every category that they score. These are not just words, but undeniable evidence that Chuck Edwards stands for the same grassroots ideals as you. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I could use hollow words to say that I stand for the lives of the unborn, but I humbly offer you Exhibit 3. The Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life Foundation has graded my performance to protect those lives an A+. And then, members of the jury, you've probably been grossly misled, not only by the Democrats, about the response of me and my team after Hurricane Helene. And while I can truthfully tell you hundreds of stories about my travels and visits over the preceding 35 days, and how I brought 30 congressmen and women to our region to see our devastation firsthand, and how I wrote the legislation that's still funding our recovery, and how I argued for us on the House floor. But I'll be happy to offer Exhibit 4, photos of my muddy boots, and as Exhibit 5, from the Land of Sky Regional Council that named Congressman Chuck Edwards a Hurricane Helene recovery champion in recognition of my leadership and sustained efforts to support Western North Carolina communities following Hurricane Helene. Friends, I could use simple words to tell you that I stand for border security, for safer communities, and for law and order. But I offer you evidence. Exhibit 6, the North Carolina Police Benevolence Association, the largest law and order advocacy in North Carolina, endorses my candidacy in this primary contest. Conservative Christians of Polk County, I could say to you that I'm a man of faith and family values. Instead, I offer you evidence, Exhibit 7, that just yesterday the Family Research Council presented me the 100% award in recognition for a perfect score in displaying unwavering commitment to support of faith, family, and freedom. Distinguished Republicans, I'm running out of time, but let me quickly say, I offer Exhibit 8 from Representative Jim Jordan, his endorsement. He's the chairman, as you know, of the House Judiciary Committee and a founder of the House Freedom Caucus. And Exhibit 9, the endorsement of the House Conservatives Fund, as indisputable evidence that I have and I will continue to stand for your conservative ideals, the ideals that will make America great again. And finally, I call to your attention Exhibit 10. I could tell you that I support President Trump's agenda, but instead I offer you evidence. President Donald J. Trump's personal endorsement, in his own words, that Chuck Edwards is a MAGA warrior that will not let you down. And in closing, ladies and gentlemen of Polk County, it would be my honor to continue to fight in Washington on your behalf. So I humbly ask for your endorsement and your vote on March 3rd by finding me worthy to continue to represent you in Congress. Thank you for this time. May God continue to bless all and to bless this great nation.